What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to if you are new. It's your girl, Tiffany, aka the Real Theophania. And I am coming to y'all with a devotional. And sorry if I'm looking at my mirror because I'm using my back camera today. So I'm kind of like trying to make sure I'm good. But anyways, and I'm also checking to make sure this mic is still on because I've only got the charger for like 10 minutes. But anyway, this is my third time trying to record this video because my mic wasn't on. So I'm coming with the devotional, you guys. I've been meaning to start actually using this channel for that, to bring uplifting and encouraging words from the word of the Lord to encourage people on their walk, because this walk is not easy. This walk is not easy at all. It requires a lot of submission and obedience and um trusting God, and sometimes that can be very hard. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you are you're having a hard time distinguishing the difference between God and man. And sometimes you may um be expecting from God what you've received from man. And I know that this has been my struggle. A few weeks ago, I had just a moment where I was lamenting before the Lord for like 3 days. And he was revealing to me that, Tiffany, you have built up resentment in your heart towards me because certain things have not gone your way on this walk. There are certain things that you've attempted to do in my name. And it didn't go the way that you wanted it to. You built up resentment. You came and you talked to me about it, but you still held it in your heart. And over time, that has built up resentment. And so now you are expecting to be disappointed by me every time I tell you something. Every time I tell you to move in something, you don't really want to do it. You're hesitant to do it because you feel as though I'm going to disappoint you. And that was very difficult. That was very difficult. And I get why he did that. And it's funny, y'all, because let me tell you something. What the enemy was trying to use for evil, God will use it for good. Because the enemy literally tried to, all it took was one thought. And he's like, well, remember, God gave you that idea. And remember when he gave you that and then nothing happened. And he was trying to get me to walk in that, to sulk in that, to sit in that, and to move from that space to where what God has been asking me to do and the things that he has been preparing me for. The enemy wants me to be scared. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm there's still some fear there now. But I'm submitting it to the Lord each and every day. It's a day by day process, right? He wanted me to sit in that though, and to not move and to just sit there. And nothing's going to happen if you just sit there. You're never going to see what God is doing if you just sit there. If you allow yourself to sit there and be crippled by fear and the what ifs, what if this doesn't work out? What if this? What if that? And it's like, just trust in God, trust in him. That's why it's so important to know, is God calling you to this, or is this something you're taking it upon yourself to do? Because when God calls you to something, no matter how crazy it look, there is a sureness, there is a confidence that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And even though I'm not seeing the fruit of my labor yet, even though I'm not seeing the results yet, I'm going to continue to do this because I know God has graced me to do it. I know God has asked me to do it. He's graced me to do it. And I'm going to continue to move in this. I'm going to continue to move in obedience. Okay. And so, sometimes God may tell you to do something a few times before you see success. The Israelites had to march around Jericho 7 times before the walls fell. What if they would have gave up at the third time? Like, ain't nothing happening. This is dumb. You know what I'm saying? We have to trust God in his process. We have to trust him in his process, not our own thoughts, not our own feelings. No. And I'm having to encourage myself today that, yeah, I feel some angst around a lot of things going on in my life right now. But I have to put my faith in God. I have to put my faith in God and continue to seek him for wisdom and guidance and clarity and discernment to know, God, is this a God thing, or is this just a good thing? Or is this you? You know what I'm saying? And being okay with being disappointed if it's not him and you thought it was. And that's the thing. And I believe that's why he allowed me to experience that. The enemy projected that thought into my mind, and I sat on it way too long, and I went into this downward space, this depressive state. But God used it to reveal to me something about my own heart, because I don't like to be in these spaces. As soon as I start feeling like that, I have to go before the presence of God. And that's something I'm so grateful for. And I encourage you that no matter what you're feeling, no matter what's going on in your mind, in your heart, in your life, when you start feeling away, I encourage you to take that before God. He's going to help you work through those emotions and work through them thoughts. He's not going to leave you there. He's going to help you work through it, but you have to be willing. I didn't leave his presence for 3 days. Do you understand me? 3 days I spent crying. 3 days I spent heart wrenched. Okay. But I needed to understand what is this? And he revealed it to me. And so now that I'm in the space I'm feeling right now, where there's this anxiety pummeling me, I'm feeling a lot of different ways that I don't like. The Lord is like, this is why, this is exactly why I allow certain things, because you are afraid. You're afraid that you're about to be disappointed. But I need you to understand that even if you do get disappointed, I need you to understand, don't go into that place of being mad with me and angry with me. Use every life situation as a lesson to be like, okay, God, where did I go wrong? Where did I not hear you? Where did I not lean into you? Where did I not seek you first? Where did I go ahead of you? Instead of getting mad at God and being like, God, see, here it is again. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to encourage you guys with John chapter 15, verses 2-3, actually 1-3. And it says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Husbandman mean vine dresser. Every branch in me that bears not fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes it, that it may bring forth more fruit. And verse 3 says, now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. I'm going to actually go ahead and read verse 4. Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can you, except you abide in me. He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abides in me and I in him, the same brings forth much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. And so this is one of my favorite passages from my favorite gospel. Because it roots me and it grounds me and it helps me to remember that, one, I've already been made clean by the word that I've heard and received to be true, which is the gospel of Christ, which is the power of God unto salvation. And so if I've already been cleaned by this word, then I don't need to worry about anything else. All I need to focus on is abiding in Christ and he in me, remaining attached to the vine, which is Jesus, and allowing myself to go through the not so fun stuff, because that is the pruning. When God allows us, like that lamenting session I had, that was a pruning. That was a part of my pruning, for me to know and understand what was in my heart so it could be cut away. We always pray and ask God, if there's anything in me not of you, take it away. But before he takes it away, he's going to let you know it was there first, so that when it creep up on you again, you're not welcoming it freely, but you're aware of it. And this time you can cast it down. This time you're not going to let that in again, because you know that that's going to prevent you from moving in the greatness of God, from moving in the things of God, from moving in his promises. And so it's a good thing that you're being pruned, because that goes to show you are bearing forth some fruit, faith being one of them. And so I pray that this encouraged you the way that it encouraged me. If you guys are not subscribed, make sure that you hit subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, like the video. And comment down below. Share with somebody who may need to hear it. Until next time, y'all. Peace.